This video is one of a series numbered 1 to 8, which cover the basic concepts of the primary mathematics curriculum. There are two sets of supporting materials. One is the Maths MESHGuide, a summary of research knowledge and pedagogical knowledge. The second is the Numeracy for All booklet, showing in detail how to make and use the resources mentioned here.
Okay, one waste material that's readily available in many countries is old plastic bottles. So these can be used as quite a useful resource. You can put numbers on them, you can put shapes on them, any kind of label on them, and actually use them like a flashcard. So you could bring a group of children out and they have to stand in a line ordering the numbers or similar, finding intervals, throwing shapes, that sort of thing. The other thing that you can do is you can play a game. So if you have a set of numbers, say you're teaching numbers 1 to 10, so you have a set of bottles with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on up to 10. The children arrange them, standing up. If you find that it's a bit windy or that they're a little bit too light and they fall over, then you can just put a bit of water or a bit of sand or a few stones just to stabilise them, but don't make them too heavy, because the idea is that the children are going to throw a ball and they're going to throw at the skittles and see how many they can knock down. They can then go and they can tell you the numbers they've knocked down. So I knocked down 4 and 6 and 3. Or you could ask them to add up the numbers that they've knocked down. You can even ask them to try and knock down 2 numbers that make 10. Lots of different ways you can do it. If you haven't got a ball, you can make a very simple ball. This is just a bit of waste plastic and paper taped up to make a fairly functional ball. It's fine. And just to show what you can make out of waste materials, this is an example of a wonderful rugby ball that's been made again out of waste materials, old rice sack, plastic, tied up with string. So it just goes to show what, with a bit of time and a bit of skill, I think it's considerably better than my effort here. Bottles, as I say, are very useful, but they are quite large and they take up quite a lot of room with storage. So one way around it is to make the bottle reusable in terms of the label. So if you put a piece of waste plastic and you tape it onto the front of the bottle, then it will make like a pocket. So you can put then a removable label in it. So your one set of bottles can be stored with your labels. So this is an example with shape, but you could put fractions, you could put different lengths, measurements, so on, that children can be using order. You can really use your imagination. The other thing about a litre bottle is that when you fill it with water, it will weigh 1 kilogram. So that can be very useful as a weight when you're using weight. So they can use a full bottle of water to when they're comparing weights when you're working with kilograms. And of course, if you're filling with water, then you've got an opportunity to use these sorts of containers when doing lessons on capacity. More detail about the resources in this video and others can be found in this booklet, Numeracy for All, Resources for Teaching Mathematics, a guide for teachers and trainers on how to make and use low-cost or no-cost teaching and learning aids to encourage active and playful learning for maths in the classroom. Okay, let's go and teach some maths.
These videos are from a partnership between VSO International and the MESH Initiative. Both organisations have a commitment to share knowledge freely around the world for the benefit of teachers and learners.